SM Camp, can you guys make some noise for me, please? Make some noise, guys. Let's go. It's night 4, man. Camp is over. It's almost over. I know, it's almost over. It's almost over. Can you guys do me a favor for me real quick? Can you please, if you believe that pineapple goes on pizza, stand up, stand up. Where y'all at? Yeah, everyone look at him. Look at him. Everyone look at him. You see him? You see him? Sinners, all of you, we're praying for you tonight. We're here to pray for all of you. It's not at all how God intended for us to eat pizza. Jeez, man. Y'all need help. Y'all need help, man. I've seen you guys all. I've been learning from you this week. I've seen all of you around in all the tournaments. I was on 3 volleyball teams today. I was not in the dodgeball one, I was sore, but I was in the basketball one. And I noticed, thank you, I noticed two big things this week. One, where are my Lexington dudes at? Where are they at? Where are they? Stand out, right there. Right there, look at them, everybody. Look at them. Y'all all look like Jack Harlow. Every last one of you guys. It's awesome. You're the coolest. I love you. You can take a seat. You guys are great. They're like just wearing beaters all week. You're going to go home. They'll be like, Mom, we got to get KFC like right now. Right now. Other thing I've noticed. Where is Brody at? Brody, where are you at? Brody, can you come up here? Brody, can you come up here? Come on, Brody. Thank you, Oakley. Thank you, Oakley. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. Now, have you noticed something? This is my friend Brody. He's just so handsome. I love him so much.
Thank you.
I love you, buddy. They got a lot of cheers.
They all will.
Okay. Anyway, have you seen this guy walk before? This guy has been strutting around this campus like no one I've seen in my world. Can you come with me real quick? We're going to go to the Rose. We're going to go to the Rose. Will you walk from this Rose to that one?
Just a normal.
How you walk? Can you
normal.
do that for me?
I can do it.
Go. Oh. It's giving Vogue. It's giving vanity. Now, here's the thing. The reason I noticed this is you guys need to know. You need to put some respect on my name, okay? I used to be a model, okay? I'm just letting you know. I used to be a model, and they taught me how to walk. Straight face and everything. And I need your help when I'm going to do it here, okay? So I need you guys to clap for me. Just a simple. Okay, you ready? You ready? Here we go. Come on, Brody, you can't do that, man. You can't do that, man. Listen, you might not be a model. You might not walk like Brody, but Brody, I heard something about you, man.
Okay.
I heard you have a great baby walk. A great baby walk. Could you do the baby walk for us real quick, man? Just as far as you can get. Just as far as you can get. Go for it, bro. Come on, clap for him. Bro, what? Yo, give it up for my man, Brody, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man, for helping me out. And listen, guys, Brody and so many others. I can't name them all because there's so many, but your site directors, man. Can we give it up for your site directors? Man, these guys and girls care about you guys so much. I see them all the time at work. They're talking about what they can do to make your guys' experience better, how to help you guys. They love you guys so much. Give it one more time. Give it up for the site directors. Let's make some noise for them. Like, let them feel it. Yo. It's good to see you guys tonight, man. Camp. Last night at camp, night 4. Man, we've had a week. We've heard a lot of stuff. Everyone has come up and told you guys, hey, you got some choices to make. Some decisions to make. And tonight, I'm not going to tell you what decision to make, but I'm going to talk to you tonight about walking. I'm going to talk to you about walking. We did all that to talk about walking. See, when you're getting to know Jesus, a lot of Christians, a lot of people who follow him, they call your relationship with him your walk with Jesus. And for me, I'm actively walking with Jesus. I believe in him. He's my Lord and Savior, all that good stuff. And that means when I walk with him, I'm constantly talking. I'm constantly trying to decide, make choices based off of what his will is for my life, what he's called me to. All that means, if you're called to something, is it's good in his eyes and he'd like you to do it. He'd like you to do it. The story we're talking about today is called the Good Samaritan. You might have heard of that as a hospital, something like that. It's a story in the Bible. It was told by Jesus. It's a parable. Spoiler alert. All that means is it's a story that Jesus made up. That's all it means. That's what a parable is. So we're going to start there in Luke chapter 10, verse 25 to 28. Is it behind me? You guys are beautiful men in the back. Give it up for the boys in the back real quick. This is what it says. It says, "And behold, a lawyer stood up to put Jesus to the test, saying, 'Teacher, what shall I do to inherit eternal life?'" That means, what do I have to do to go to heaven? He said, Jesus, "What is written in the law? How do you read it?" And the lawyer answered, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself." Next verse says, "And Jesus said to him, 'You have answered correctly. Do this, and you will live.'" You will live. You will live. This is wild, guys. It's wild, and I know you don't know why yet. I'm about to tell you. It's wild because Jesus is the type of guy who, he doesn't really answer your question. Isn't that frustrating? Like, he's the type of guy when you go, "Hey, I have a question for you," he answers it with like another question. And it's like, "We'll get to that, buddy, when you answer my question." Right? He answers it with a question. You ask him a question, he gives you an answer to a completely different question. You're like, "I'm not that far yet." You ask him a question, he just goes off into a story that doesn't make sense. That's the type of guy Jesus is. And that's what happens here. So the lawyer, he does all this, and Jesus does something in his answer that he never does. He actually answers him. He answers him and he says, "Hey, you're right. Do that. You want to get to heaven? Do exactly what you said. Story's over. Camp's over. Thanks for having me. It's been good to see you guys." But then there's always a but. There's always a but. I don't know why I had to walk all the way to the door, but I'm still catching my breath from the walk-in. But then this lawyer is a lot like us, man. We get ahead of ourselves. We get cocky. We want to one-up Jesus in this situation. He goes, "Okay, that's awesome. What does it mean to love my neighbor? Who actually is my neighbor?" And Jesus takes this opportunity. He jumps on it, and he tells this story of the Good Samaritan. Now, here's the setup. There's this Jewish man, and he is fly, bro. Like, he's got all the right clothes. He makes all the money. He's got a donkey. That's like a Lambo or something. I don't know. And he's driving down. He's coming from Jerusalem to Jericho, which is basically just like going from like Cincinnati to Columbus. It's just a straight drive. There's not much to see. And this Jewish man is going, and it turns out that his money actually does jiggle. And as a result, he gets folded. They beat the brakes off this man. I mean, they took everything. His money, his animal. They left him booty butt naked in the street, laying there, completely jumped, helpless, has nothing left. And then he has some people approach him. So there's this guy who's coming. First, a priest comes. I think we all kind of know what a priest is. They're like Catholic. They do like mass, and they're virgins. They're just like honed in on what they do. They love their craft, and that's great. And then, so he's coming. He sees this Jewish man laying in the street, and he's walking. Someone say walking. He's walking, and he comes across him. And in the Bible, it says he crosses the street and keeps going. Now, what you need to know to understand this is it's not a street with sidewalks like we know. this is like a path maybe as wide as these steps, right? It's barely big enough for a person, let alone an animal. And so really what they're saying is, the guy's laying there, he walks up, he steps to the side, and he keeps walking. He keeps walking. Then there's this other guy. I put too much cardio in this. There's this other guy, he's called a Levite. All that means is he just like works at the church. He's like that guy who just like lingers. You see him everywhere. He's just like, it's so good to see you. It's so good to see you again. And so he comes up on the guy. He comes up. He does the same thing. He steps to the side. He keeps it pushing. And then Jesus gets to this point in the story. He goes, but then a Samaritan came. A Samaritan came. And you guys didn't really give me the reaction I was looking for when I said Samaritan. That's still the wrong one. Keep it to yourself now. Thanks so much, guys. Basically what it is a Samaritan was not cool. Like, it was not liked at all. And when he would have said Samaritan, it would have elicited a very bad and ugly response. And I feel like the only way I can really get you to understand it is if I reference not a movie, a film. A film. So we used to be a country, okay? A proper country where cinema dictated our culture. Movies came out and people went to the movies and they loved them and they quoted them. Ask your leader. They only talk in movie quotes, okay? This movie came out and it wasn't just a movie, it was a film. It changed our generation. Have you guys ever heard of the movie called Shrek? Okay, better question. Is there anyone in here who hasn't heard of Shrek? Hey, we're offering prayer after. We'll pray for you, okay? We'll pray for you. So you know in Shrek, a lot of you guys will get it, I promise. In the movie Shrek, whenever Shrek goes somewhere or someone comes to Shrek and they realize he's an ogre, they freak out. They go, an ogre? That's how they would have done the Samaritan. They would have gone, a Samaritan? And so the second that Jesus says this, everyone goes, you guys want to do it? Go for it. A Samaritan. And what unfolds after it changes everything. We're in verse 33. Put it up on the screen, boys. Thank you. But a Samaritan, as he journeyed, came to where he was. Notice it doesn't say he walked. It doesn't say he walked. It means he came with a few things. He came to where he was, the Jewish man in the street, and when he saw him, he had compassion. He went to him and bound up his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he sent him on his own animal and brought him to an inn and took care of him. And the next day, he took out 2 denarii. That's like a lot of money. He took out 2 denarii and gave them to the innkeeper, saying, take care of him, and whatever more you spend, I will repay you when I come back. What you guys need to know, if you don't leave with anything else, is that this Samaritan wore compassion. He wore it. You guys ever heard of someone say, you wear your heart on your sleeve? You're dramatic, you're this, you're that, you feel a lot? That's great, I'm the same way, all right? This guy wore compassion, and because he wore compassion, he made different choices. Because he wore compassion, he was brought down a different path than the other two. While the other two were more worried about walking and the direction they came, this guy wore compassion. And what is compassion? It's simple, all right? It's empathy plus an action step, all right? So he sees this guy, he goes, oh, I see him, and I feel for him. That's empathy. And now I'm going to do something about it, all right? I'm taking action. I got a point for you guys. It's this. What you wear determines where you walk. What you wear determines where you walk. And I got news for you guys. You didn't like it earlier when I said it, but camp is ending. It's going to be over soon. You guys got to go home. You know what home is? Different. You know what camp is? Different. And I think all of us leaving camp could point at areas in our life where it's like, hey, I might need to walk a little different. I might need to make a couple different choices. Someone say, I walk different. Say it again so you really get it. I walk different. I walk different. I walk different. I walk different. What you wear determines where you go, where you walk, where you walk. I wear, a lot of times, especially when I'm walking, shoes. I wear, grow up, guys. I wear shoes a lot. Who here doesn't wear shoes? Does anybody not? Wow, that's that pineapple on pizza crowd. You guys need real help, real help. I'm going to pray for you guys tonight. I'm going to really pray for you guys tonight. That's real. I love you. I still love you. All right. As you guys have noticed, I got these pretty nice boots. Someone say boots. Say it again while I get it out. Gang. I love these boots. Yeah, they are. Say it for the people in the back. Okay, then. I wear these boots all the time. I love these boots, man. They're a little pointy, and they got a little heel, like you can hear me when I'm walking in them. And I really like them. Like, if I could, I'd probably wear them very, very regularly. And every time I wear them, though, I have like a friend or somebody who looks at them, and they talk about how like they look feminine and stuff, and like they make fun of me and stuff. And thank you so much. Thank you. They make fun of them, and if I'm being honest, there have been times where I wanted to wear them, and I didn't because I was afraid of what they might say when I wore them. Like, I was actually had it like made up, like, oh, I'm wearing this. This fit's gonna kill them. And then it really came down to it. I was like, now I'm gonna change. I don't really want to hear their opinion on it. They might make fun of me. I might not feel that confident in them anymore. And I wonder if you've done something like that before. You had your mind made up. You were doing something. Maybe it was even something that you knew, like, oh, this is me. This is an expression of me. This is who I am. It's in line with my character all the way. And you didn't do it because you were afraid of someone else's opinion. I know I've done that. I've done it. But I mean, boots aside, boots are great. Give it up for the boots. Give it up for the boots. The boots are great. I don't even need those right now. I don't even need them. I got my workout shoes. Yeah, these be killing them in the weight room. Just macros, bro. I'm in here doing dips, bro. What are you doing? That's my max, bro. I'm carb loading this week. These are my, someone like that, okay. These are my workout shoes. My girlfriend bought these for me. I don't know how to take that, like if that was like a present or she was trying to tell me something, but I like to choose the gift, you know, it feels more inherent. The problem is, I don't actually like to work out. Yeah, she felt that up here. I don't like to work out. And I have a lot of friends that like to work out. Like, they do it. They're like, hey, this workout is super easy. You know, just do it once. You'll get into the rhythm. You'll do all that. And the reality is, I find every excuse, any excuse, not to work out. And it's not because I can't. I fully have the ability. I don't want to. And if I had to guess, I think there's a couple of you in here who people have asked you for favors. They've wanted your help. They needed your help. Maybe they asked you to step up and do something, and you didn't. And not because you couldn't. Not because you didn't have it in you. You didn't want to. You didn't want to. I don't want to do a lot of things. I don't want to work out. I'm not going to do that. Goodbye, workout shoes. Good riddance. I'll pray for those as well. I'm not going to throw them. Sorry, guys. You could pay me for them, though. Here are some sneakers, though. Yeah, you like them. You like them. Someone say, these Johns is clean. Yeah, they are. And they cheap, too. They Pumas. Listen, I'm not going on StockX. I work at a church, okay? I gotta buy these. You feel me? Someone agreed with that real good. These are comfortable, man. Everyone knows. Listen. I like to get a good fit off. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, okay? I like to dress, all right? I'm the best dressed person on staff at Crossroads, and Brody can't do anything about it. You can't have it, okay? She agreed with me. Brody, you're so cool, man. I love you, dude. I love you too, buddy. I love you too. These are my sneakers, man, and a big part of your fit is your shoes. And when you go out, I'm going to teach you a lesson right now. When you go out, you got to get something comfortable, okay? These Pumas, they're comfortable, all right? And another good thing about Pumas is no one else there is wearing Pumas, okay? Nobody. So I go out, people see my shoes, and they're like, yo, what are those? In the best way possible, okay? In the best way possible. They're like, yo, what are those? I'm like, oh, they're Pumas, blah, blah. And they're like trying to ask me so they can figure out like how to get a pair. And I just like kind of pass by them. I don't really want to like give them more info because I'm not about to have you wear my shoes in the event with me. Like that don't even make no sense. And I noticed this about myself because if I'm being honest, I lean into comfort all the time. All the time. And I wonder for you guys, has there ever been a person maybe who is sitting at lunch by themselves? Have you ever seen someone on the street asking for money? Has it ever been someone you just didn't know and you guys were like crossing paths and there was like an exchange and it was kind of weird and you passed by them and didn't even give them a conversation solely because you were uncomfortable with the difference between your two situations? I know I have. I've actually done that a lot. And I mean, I've spent a lot of time in shoe stores in my life. I grew up with my mom, my two sisters. For Christmas, my grandma and my aunt, this is a true story. My grandma and my aunt had separate bank accounts for Christmas so they could spend that much money. Like I spent so much time in stores, I know where seating is in every possible clothing, shoe, department store ever. You have not spent more time in Target than me, I promise you, okay? You're lying, and I'm going to pray for you for that. But they would always ask this question. You know, you ever tried on your shoes with your parents or something, and they're like, okay, try it on, run around in it, press down, feel it. And then they ask this, like, really weird question. They, like, lean in, and they're like, is that your toe? And then I lean in, and I'm like, I don't know what else it would be. Yes, that's my toe. Thank you. We can leave the store now. Man, I spend a lot of time in shoe stores. Let me tell you, what you wear determines how you walk. And when you walk, your shoes, a lot of times, determine what you do. Your shoes are kind of like your choices. They're kind of like your choices. When you're walking with Jesus, you got choices to make, man. We've been telling you this all week. You got choices to make. And the shoes you choose are going to impact your walk. Someone say, I walk different. I walk different. Say it one more time. All right, I'm going to read you guys another story. It's not a story. It's more of like just Jesus talking. It's in Matthew 25. It'll make sense in just a second, I promise. It says this. Then the king will say to those on his right, come you who are blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. That's a lot of words. For I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me. Then the righteous will answer him, saying, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you drink? And when did we see you a stranger and welcome you, or naked and clothe you? And when did we see you sick or in prison and visit you? If anyone's lost, let me catch you up right now. The way you walk is how you choose to live after camp. Jesus is saying here through this parable and his command here, if you want to walk with Jesus, you need to choose compassion. You need to wear compassion. The shoes, that's the choice you make based on your connection to him. Now, you can make excuses, other people's opinions, you don't want to, your comfort. But ultimately, what Jesus is looking for is for us to treat each other with compassion. That's what the Samaritan did. He chose compassion. He chose to wear compassion. You guys, we've been saying it all week. You got a lot of choices, and they're coming up real quick. We've talked all week about being kingdom workers. You know what you do after you talk about being a kingdom worker for days? You actually walk like a kingdom worker. You actually do the work of a kingdom worker. You might say, hey, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. I don't know what to do. That sounds great. It seems like you figured that out. I don't know what to do. I just read to you what to do. It's in Matthew 25. Give, feed, clothe, help, heal, visit, welcome. Why? Because we're called to compassion. Compassion's good. It's good, and it's what he has for all of us. It's what he has for all of us. And I'm going to read a part of the Good Samaritan again. And it's in Luke 10, verse 33 to 35. And I want you to listen to it with a different lens. This is not just what the Samaritan did for the Jewish man. This is what Jesus has done for you. This is what he's done for us. Luke 10, 33 to 35. It says this. But a Samaritan, as he journeyed, came to where he was. And when he saw him, he had compassion. He went to him and bound up his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he set him on his own animal and brought him to an inn and took care of him. And the next day he took out 2 denarii, that's a lot of money, and he gave them to the innkeeper, saying, take care of him, and whatever more you spend, I will repay you when I come back. This is what Jesus has done for you. These three verses embody fully the compassion that Jesus has for the two of us. Jesus stoops down to touch us. He heals us. He lifts us up. He carries us up on our journey, and he pays our debts. And the best part is, he promises to return. And when he returns, he's going to repay. He's going to reward those who do his will. What's his will? Matthew 25. Give, feed, clothe, help, heal, visit, welcome. It's just that simple. And he's inviting us to continue the work. He's inviting us to keep it going. He's inviting us to walk like Jesus. He's inviting us to wear compassion like the Samaritan. He's inviting us to be kingdom workers. And I can't tell you what to choose. I can't. All I can tell you is this Jesus guy is different. He walks different. And I can't tell you what to do. I don't even want to. Well, all I can tell you is I was one way. I made choices. I wore different shoes. I did everything I could to try to fix myself. I did everything I could to build a house. And it was nothing. I got to the point I was so broken. I was so sad. I had so many just so many thoughts, man. And then I met Jesus. And he is different. He's different. He's my firm foundation. Ever since I met him, I've been different. Ever since I met him, I walk different. I have friends. They will see when I post a photo or a video and they'll go, oh, you do that? Well, my opinion is this. I don't care about your opinion. Bro, what? I'm called to compassion. I'm called to walk like him. I'm called to wear the compassion, walk like Jesus, be a kingdom worker. And I want that for all of you guys, but you got to make the choice. You got to make the choice. You're going home tomorrow. And you're going to go and you're going to see people and you're going to have friends and you're going to be in places where you could easily go back. You could easily make another choice. You could easily put on a different pair of shoes. And what I'm challenging you to do is walk different. Some say, I walk different. I need you to mean it. I walk different. I'm going to pray for you guys. My main man Joel is going to come up here. And I want you guys to really, if you want to walk different, just put your hands out. Put your hands out and receive what it is that the Lord has for you in this. Dear Lord, I thank you. I praise you. We lift up your name. We magnify you. We call you holy. Lord, we've been singing. We've been dancing. We've been having fun in your name. And this is a moment for all of us to walk like you. Lord, I ask that you would rain compassion down, that we would experience compassion like never before, that there would be opportunity to overcome obstacles and addictions and leave behind the things that would stop us or keep us from being a kingdom worker. Lord, it is in your name we pray. Amen.